Here are today's top stories. Severe tropical storm Opong brings heavy rains over most of Luzon and Visayas as it crosses the center of the country. The Philippine Army's disaster response teams are on red alert amid the onslaught of severe tropical storm Opong. Coast Guard personnel also hold their own disaster response efforts in Batangas and Leyte. The Philippine National Police teams up with the Independent Commission for Infrastructure to uphold transparency and accountability in government infrastructure projects. The Philippines pushes global collective action to safeguard health workers at the 80th United Nations General Assembly. This is the Pna Headlines. I am William Theo. Severe tropical storm Opong continues to cross the center of the country, threatening large portions of Luzon and Visayas with heavy rains and winds. Opong was spotted over the coastal waters of Ferrol, Romblon, packing maximum sustained winds of 110 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Pag-asa said Opong is heading towards southern portion of Mindoro Island. It is moving westward at 35 kilometers per hour and may emerge over the Mindoro Strait tonight and head towards the West Philippine Sea. Based on Pag-asa's track forecast, Opong will exit the Philippine area of responsibility tomorrow afternoon, September 27. Heavy rains due to Opong and the enhanced southwest monsoon or habagat may cause flooding and landslides in Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, eastern and western Visayas, most of Bicol region as well as Aurora, Bataan, Negros Oriental, Cebu, and Bohol. Signal number 3 raised over Batangas, Marinduque, Romblon, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, the northern portion of Aklan, and Caluya Island. Signal number 2 is in effect over southern Zambales, Bataan, south of Pampanga and Bulacan, Metro Manila, Rizal, Cavite, Laguna, south of Quezon and Camarines Sur, Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, Calamian Islands, Cuyo Islands, north of Antique, the rest of Aklan, Capiz, north of Iloilo, and Negros Occidental. The extreme northern part of Cebu, including Bantayan Islands, and the extreme western portions of northern Samar and Samar. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is in effect over Pangasinan, the rest of Zambales, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, south of Aurora, the rest of Pampanga and Bulacan, the rest of Quezon, Camarines Norte, the rest of Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, the northern portion of Palawan, the rest of Antique and Iloilo, Guimaras and the center of Negros Occidental, north of Negros Oriental, northern and central Cebu including Camotes Island, north of Bohol, the rest of northern Samar, the rest of Samar, eastern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, and southern Leyte. The Philippine Army has placed its Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Response Teams, or HADR, on red alert in parts of Luzon and Visayas that lie on the direct path of severe tropical storm Opong. The 8th and 9th Infantry Divisions have prepared 149 disaster response teams to augment rescue and relief missions in Bicol and eastern Visayas. Over 1,600 soldiers, reservists, and CAFGU active auxiliary members are also under red alert in other parts of Luzon. Army spokesperson Colonel Louis De Maala said Army personnel are coordinating its response efforts with other partner agencies through the provincial and local disaster risk reduction and management offices. De Maala said the Army also continues to assist communities in northern Luzon affected by Super Typhoon Nando earlier this week. Meanwhile, members of the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, assisted in the preemptive evacuation of residents impacted by Opong in Barangay San Sebastian, Balete, Batangas. 5 families composed of 26 individuals were evacuated and sheltered them at Look Elementary School in Barangay Look, Balete. And in Ormoc City in Leyte, Coast Guard rescuers evacuated 20 residents as floods caused by Opong in Sitio Haubon in Barangay San Isidro around 2:44 in the morning. Another family was rescued from floods at around 5:25 a.m. in Barangay Libertad. In other news, the Philippine National Police has joined a multi-sectoral partnership that will help safeguard transparency and accountability in government infrastructure projects nationwide. PNP Acting Chief Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. met with officials of the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, the body investigating alleged anomalies in flood control projects, and the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, or IBP, in Bonifacio Global City on September 23. In a statement on Thursday, Nartates said the PNP will assist the ICI and its partners in building strong cases against entities involved in corruption, fraud, or irregularities in infrastructure projects. The police will also provide security for investigators, witnesses, and resource persons when needed. This is in line with the initiative to ensure that government programs designed to protect communities are implemented with accountability and efficiency as ordered by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and under the guidance of Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla. Nartates said the ICI's mission is to investigate irregularities in government undertakings is fully aligned with the PNP's anti-corruption thrust. He assures that law enforcement stands firmly on the side of transparency and good governance. For its part, the IBP offered its legal services to help ICI in filing cases against erring entities. Meanwhile, in a high-level forum held alongside the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, USA, Migrant Worker Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak underscored the critical need for global collective action to empower and protect frontline health workers. Speaking before international leaders and policymakers, Kakdak emphasized that safeguarding the rights and well-being of healthcare workers, especially migrants, must remain a top priority in building resilient and inclusive health systems worldwide. In a news release on Thursday, Kakdak said that in order to build resilient health workers, preparation, protection, and fair deployment of present and future health workers are needed. He also added that the future of global health depends on collaborative efforts in investing and empowering health workers. The Migrant Workers Chief also underscored the Philippines' commitment to advancing policies that safeguard both domestic and migrant health workers, as he called for stronger support for the health workers. Emphasizing the unique role of Filipino migrant health workers, Kakdak shared the efforts of the DMW in ensuring their welfare and protection. These include promoting fair and ethical labor mobility, strengthening their representation, and providing training, upskilling, and reintegration support for those returning home. The forum was held at the Harvard Club in New York and attended by over 150 participants from various health-related sectors. In our business news, the Manila-based Asian Development Bank, or ADB, will continue its policy improvement in infrastructure support to boost expansion projects in the Philippines. In an interview on the sidelines of the Arrancada Philippines Investment Forum in Pasay City on Thursday, ADB Country Director for the Philippines, Andrew Jerry, said they will help the Philippines amidst any situation because it is a shareholder of the multilateral institution. Currently, ADB has a proposed $400 million financing proposal for the Philippines dubbed Business Environment Strengthening with Technology Program. This aims to support and strengthen measures to enhance the business environment in the country. It is also aligned with the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028 and the 8-point socio-economic agenda. In terms of infrastructure projects, Cherry said they currently have 2 river basin projects, the Abra River Basin Package in northern Luzon and the Ranao and Tagum Libuganon River Basin in Mindanao. The project has around $303.24 million budget, and the construction is expected to start within the second half of the year 2025. And in other news, 6 micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, from Antique will join the Department of of Trade and Industries market marching activity in Boracay Island, Malay, Aklan on September 30 to October 2nd this year. In an interview, Antique Provincial Director Mary J. Gonzalez said they will meet other MSMEs in various hotel owners in Boracay to promote and secure orders for their products. The business that will take part are those in coconut production and other coconut-based products. They included Golden Sun Coconut Farmers Producers Cooperative, San Andrew Coconut Farmers Association, Ariana Coco, Albin Packaging Services, Kalanbek Livelihood Association, and Haring Uling. These SMEs are recipients of DTI support for their capabilities to supply bulk orders. Gonzalez said this year's event is funded by the Coconut Farmers and Industry Trust Fund, or CFITF, which is why the coconut industry is given focus. The CFITF is provided under the Coconut Farmers and Industry Trust Fund Act to promote and implement programs that would benefit coconut farmers and workers. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. And it is 90 days before Christmas. That's exactly 3 months. Stay with us for more news updates. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.